Baltimore as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. For a touchback.
Hot! Right there. I don't think you got it, son.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Can.
So Dalton now. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Mixon with a first down carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Hot! 318! Watch the screen! Pass! Slam! Check! Fresno!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Focus, defense, focus. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go, go. Back up.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Squeeze. Zip it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready? Mike 57. Mike 57. Check three. Check three. Check three. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Hey, check 24.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On the double. You. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, 2. Watch the car.
Now Jackson on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, listen, ladies. Let's go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three. Check three. Whip. 368.
On first down, Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2-by-2. Move. Watch 36 to Mike.
Throwing, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Bravo. I'm coming for you. Mine. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Big stop. Regular. No,
out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Choose the mic. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Shit. No. Shit. Turn up.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title.
Hey, Mike 52. Army. Say.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Hill. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Two. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
First down, Baltimore.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14,
Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Regular. Mike 48. I'm coming. Hey, exit.
Throwing again. Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's bring it. Under to go. 368.
Andy Dalton. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I know he ain't
They'll run on first down. Mixon calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check back, check back. Regular. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 3 buzz. Switch. 2 by 2. Move. Hands up.
To throw here, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Cut. Sponge. No. Check 9. Check 50. Check 43.
A run for Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's get off the field.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on. Receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check, check, hey.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Second and 11 at the Bengals' 26-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run. This is Hill. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Let's rock. Mike, you run. 57, Mike. Orbit. Cut. Watch the twist. 57's the Mike. What? Go.
From the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. Lucky. Here you go, can. Check Mike.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
2 by 2. Move. 36 to Mike. Go. Hey. He's coming. We got double up. Regular. You go tight.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Heavy. Under 10. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
To throw again. Dalton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Slam. Hey, what? 57's left. Go. You ready? Alert flare.
Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I'm going to run you out.
They'll run it with Hill. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hill to try again. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Hill one more time. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Yup. QB drop. What? QB drop. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, pick your
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, 48's the mic. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch 368.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
SOS. Regular. Check 26, check 26.
The toss play to Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. There you go, 368. Hey, alert 48. Alert.
On 2nd down and 4, Dalton into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Silver. Wide. Get on, go. Switch.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's coming again.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Switch the outlaw. Not here. Back. Check. Zip. On the ball.
On 2nd down, Hill. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Ravens 38, Bengals 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ha, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Now, Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Protein spill. Hey, 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 hey. 58's the mic. Regular.
Dalton here from the gun. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.